It's time. Make sure you say,
Yeah, really, really loud.
We're gonna boom your shot.
You know what time it is!
Boom shakalaka! It is the boom shakalaka
oh my
hour.
goodness, yes, it is. Friday.
Yes, Friday is in the building. Our Mayor Hart stopped in real quick for our pre-boom show, and we got to say, hey, the weekend starts at 4 o'clock around here in Waterloo.
Right,
so
now.
everywhere else in the world, I think it's like 5 o'clock when work officially ends. But in
Maybe
Waterloo,
so. It's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock,
That's
and the
right.
Cedar Valley is the weekend
That's
starts
right.
for Boom Shakalaka.
It's actually boom shakalaka o'clock.
O'clock,
That's
amen.
right. And you know what, guys? This is the last Friday of this year. Isn't that
That's
something?
right. It's the last
Yeah.
Friday of the year.
Where did-
2018. Where did you go?
I know.
It
Where
was
did
so
all the-
fast.
Sure did.
Gosh,
Mhm.
a lot of things to reminisce on and reflect on this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome
Yes.
to Ms Rocki and Chaveevah Live. There's always something good happening on the North End.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley.
Yes.
And I am Rocky 2.0 is how
That's
they call
right.
me. So
Yes.
I'm Chassidi, mom's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
We needed the bubbly factor. That was missing, so we always got to have. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
me, apparently.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So what do we got here, Chaveevah? First, we have some things that we are not
Not
actually going to talk about.
Right. Like, did you hear about that
Hallway Harry.
Hallway Harry?
Hallway
Yeah.
Harry tripping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I heard about some wrestler who got his hair cut just before his match. A dreadlock man had to cut his dreadlocks.
That was just that was just sad, a shame, I tell you. What? And then what about this woman who actually busted a porch pirate trying to steal packages? I mean, the person got away with packages on her porch and then got away, and she followed and tracked her down.
Oh my goodness. But guess what? We
ain't finna talk about that.
Not
No.
today. Not today. We're going to talk about it, just not right here.
There you go.
Because right now we're talking about the awesome, good things that are happening right here in our city, in the Cedar Valley. We're talking about all of the great light that is shining all throughout our city. So
Yeah.
that's what we're doing today.
That's right. And for those of you who have been keeping up with us all as long as we've been doing the show, you already know. That's what
Yeah.
we talk about. We
Yes.
like the good stuff. We love the good stuff.
That's right. We love the
Yeah.
good. And we don't hear enough about the good stuff.
That's
so
right.
That's what we're doing today.
So we said what we're not going to talk about, but what we are going to talk about. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, the year-end review. The
Yeah.
year-end review.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's really something to me when I think about all of the bases we covered
Wow.
just over this past year.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
1 year. I can't believe that we're already. I can't believe it's the last Friday of the year because
Yeah.
it's been I've gotten to pop in several times throughout 2018 and be a part of a lot of the things that we're going to talk about the year-end review.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like
so
what?
Let's get to it. Well, for one thing, we were Rocky and I. We were MCs for Waterloo. It was their centennial or 150. I'm not sure.
150th birthday. We'll just keep
Right.
it pretty specific.
Yeah. And it also celebrated the invention of the bow tie, which also happened in Waterloo, Iowa. Isn't that something?
Isn't that amazing? And that
Yes.
that mom and you were honored enough to be invited to MC that entire event.
Right,
So that's a
right.
great testament to our fan base here that
Yes,
that
indeed.
people are excited to hear from you guys.
Oh man, we went by bus to Des Moines to I'll Make Me a World in Iowa.
Yes.
That was really awesome with some ladies on a church bus, and that was just so much fun. It was really amazing. amazing.
Wonderful. And you also went to the Arboretum this
Yes,
year?
we toured the Arboretum, and your Uncle Dondi actually was our camera guy. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I miss you, Uncle Dondi.
Mm-hmm.
He's in California again. So
Yeah.
KBBG Parade, that was awesome. And the North, first of all, that was awesome. The KBBG Parade and Northeast, North End Festival.
Yes.
That was the bomb. First of all, great minds came together to pull that wonderful collaboration together. It was like, I mean, I haven't been around since KBBG has been doing the parades, but in my 37 years,
Okay.
I think it was
Yeah.
like the best one.
It
I think it
was.
was
It
the
was
best.
wonderful,
That was the
and-
best. I mean, I felt so much love.
Yes, and one of the driving wheels behind that whole thing is sitting in our audience today.
Yes, you're going to get to
Yes.
hear from the family, at least, of
Yes.
that of
Right.
that brainchild. So
Yeah.
wonderful. You guys
Okay.
also visited on the Rock.
Oh,
Visited on the Rock. What is
yeah,
that?
there's a new place downtown. As a matter of fact, I think our next show is going to be done from there, called On the Rocks, and they have so many murals on the walls
Really?
inside this establishment, just different things that are really cool.
And where's that at? Downtown or
It's don't quote me. It's
No,
it's close to
Jefferson.
downtown.
on Jefferson?
Jefferson.
Okay,
Okay.
on Jefferson.
Okay.
Neat. I missed
you.
that one, so
Oh,
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to hearing more about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we got a chance to be MCs for the mayor's 4th of July fireworks celebration, even though it did get rained out. But it was fun.
Amen.
Yes.
Okay, so Rodney's Kitchen.
Oh, these are all the places where we did shows from. Live remote, yeah.
Wonder. Speller's True Value, UniQ,
Yeah.
Big Q's,
Yes.
the clothing and candy store.
Yep.
Look, Waterloo Center for the Arts, Cottonwood Canyon, and of course, Two Scoops.
Yes,
Two Scoops
and
ice cream.
the Waterloo Writing Project too. Yeah,
Oh,
just
wonderful.
everywhere.
Good
Yeah.
deal. So another thing I'd like to bring up. So that's first of all, 2018, amazing, wonderful. We started our school this year.
Yes.
Royal Legacy Christian Academy. That's another place that you guys did it.
That's right. We sure did. Yeah.
Royal Legacy Christian Academy opened its doors for the first time this year in September. So praise God for that. We're really
Yes.
excited.
Yes.
And our 24 kids are thriving in our space. They're doing a great job and they're on break and enjoying it. So
Okay, yeah, that's interesting because a little earlier, one of our awesome guests asked that question as far as what is your school year like? So are they
Yeah.
off for the entire same break time as the
as a
public
Waterloo
schools?
schools? Yeah, we pretty much are. We go back on January 3rd, and our school year is Labor Day to Memorial Day. We don't make up snow days,
Okay.
but our school days are slightly longer though. So
Okay.
we kind of fill in some gaps if there's a snow day. So our school days are 8 a.m. to 3:45 p.m. And so our kids have a little bit more wiggle room to make stuff up.
Okay, cool. A
that's
nice full school day. So
Yeah.
the idea of snow days isn't really a problem.
No, it's not. We can say, "Yay, snow day!"
Okay.
We don't have to make them up in the summer.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Kwanzaa too.
Oh,
for
that's
a
right.
quick minute, yeah.
So Kwanzaa has been something that you have celebrated for many years now with your family, and talk about
Yes.
Kwanzaa in Chicago and then being here in Waterloo too.
Wow, I mean, I think it's awesome that they do have Kwanzaa celebrations here in Waterloo, but coming from a big city like Chicago is just a huge citywide sort of thing where every day, each of the 7 days of Kwanzaa, which we are of course going to mention, but there's a big celebration, there's music,
Yeah.
food, dancing, and I was telling Chas earlier about this giant huge pile of fruits and nuts and stuff that the children can help themselves to. And that's like the best idea ever because you take hungry kids someplace,
Yeah.
and you don't, you have to wait for the actual meal.
Right,
But in
right.
the meantime, they can run, play, and just help themselves to this pile of fruit and nuts while everything is going on. And
Yeah, and each day is something very significant that we want to focus in on concerning the African American community in particular.
Yes.
So today's the second day, right, of Kwanzaa?
no, it's
Third?
the third day.
Third day, sorry.
And
Third
it's
day.
these principles that we're talking about are universal.
Right.
Unity,
Uh-huh.
self-determination,
Yeah.
collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith.
Yeah.
These are things everybody needs to, and you apply them to your daily life.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, it's a celebration that happens after Christmas, and there is a specific attention that's brought to it at that time. But like
Yeah.
I said, by these principles being universal, and these are things that you want to, practice in your daily life.
Right,
It can do
right.
nothing but make things better.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited about Kwanzaa. We're sort of getting hip to Kwanzaa this year. So even our family is a little more excited about Kwanzaa this year.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
It's relatively new when you look at traditions or whatever, but there was a time when Christmas was brand new. So
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the practice of it, so just who knows? But it's, like I said, a great thing to incorporate, if not the actual celebrations, putting those principles into work in your daily life. Yeah.
Awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
So apparently, are we talking about the progress of RLCA?
Absolutely, yes.
What do you know? So, yeah, you know what? It's going really well. We just had our second school-wide program where we had all of our kids come out and display some of the things they've been learning throughout the year. And I'm just telling you, the place was so full of the Spirit of God. First of all, the kids were able to do a little skit. We talked about winter solstice being the darkest time of the year, like naturally, and then how it seems like one of the darkest times in our country too. One of them. I mean, there's been many dark seasons of rampant things happening. But, mass incarceration, all these different social justice issues erupting in our country over the past several years. And so we were able to address some of those things at this through our children's lens. And they also were able to display all of the different languages they've been learning. So they were able to sing Power in the Name of Jesus in English, Spanish, and in sign language.
Wow.
And so that was just a powerful display right there that our Spanish immersion kids are taken off. Our kids, I was reading Go Dog Go to Violet. This is a Dr. Seuss book. And I would read it, and then she would just translate it in Spanish for me.
That is cool. That is so
unprompted.
Cool.
Just that's what she's doing now. And it was on the level where she could actually the whole book, Go Dog Go. She's doing it. So our kids are no English allowed at all. Period. Throughout the entire day, no English. So from the time they get there in the morning till 3:45, they hear Spanish and they speak Spanish, except for at lunch and recess sometimes.
That's fantastic.
It's going really great, and we always need contributions and donations. It's a donation-based school, so we definitely. I couldn't think of a better thing to give and to support than a small Christ-centered school that's supporting kids in that way. So yeah,
awesome.
That's RLCA.
Mark, do we have any comments at all?
Oh yeah. A lot of comments. A lot of people saying boom shakalaka.
Okay, boom
Randy
shakalaka.
Hess.
Hey, Randy.
Tina Hess.
Hey,
Hi,
Tina.
Hello.
Joyce Ann Wilder.
Hi,
Hey,
Joyce.
Shawnee Williams.
Oh, hi,
Also boom
Shawnee.
shakalaka.
All
Boom
right.
shakalaka. There you go.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on this last Boom Shakalaka Friday of 2018.
Of the
And
year.
as always, I just love to say this. I don't care if I sound like a broken record. Every single week, we have some really, really great guests, and
Yes.
this Friday is no exception.
Right, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm excited. We have Bev Smith,
Yes.
who is recently retired from her career as an educator and working in leadership in the Waterloo schools in a tremendous way
Yes.
for many years. And we also have
Jessica Rucker from
Yes.
Main Street, Waterloo.
wonderful.
Yeah, so both of these wonderful women are going to come and join us in just a second. And but we have a trivia question.
Oh, that's right, a trivia question,
Yes.
which is
Pay attention.
A
Have you been
trivia
listening?
question. When you
Trivia
hear the
question.
trivia question,
Okay.
you're gonna say it's really just a matter of who's watching and who chimes in first.
Okay.
So
What we want you to do is name the school founded by Chassidi Martin and Kendall Helmer. And the winner will receive a signed copy of In Due Time
bye.
by yours truly. Yes.
See, these are shameless plugs. I'm talking no shame. We're just. What's the school?
And as Rocky would say if she was here, this is actually 2 stories in one.
Yes.
It's happening sort of in the past. Well, actually 3. The past, the present, and the future. But if you want to
Yes.
know, then you have to get the book.
I've read it. I want to
Read
read
the
it again.
book.
It's very
Yes.
intriguing, suspenseful, juicy. It's a very good purge Turner.
Page Turner.
Page Turner.
Page Turner. That kind of thing.
It's just
Yes.
water in here.
Exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
water.
So again, that trivia question is name the school founded by Chassidi Martin and Kendall Helmer.
There you go.
And
Joyce Ann Wilder says royal loyalty.
Ah, Joyce, come on. That's not right. Maybe it was a typo. Try one more time. You got another one? Another taker?
Amber Nicole Robinson, Royal Legacy Christian Academy.
Our
Yes.
principal.
oh, okay. Oh, that's
This
cool.
is so much fun.
That's
Hi,
perfect.
Dr. Robinson. Yes, Dr.
Okay.
Robinson, the
Yes.
principal of our, you better have gotten that name right.
Okay.
For real. That would have been a
right.
shame if you couldn't get that one right.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Amber Robinson.
And this is your book, and we'll absolutely make sure that you get it, and I'll sign it. And thank you. And if there are any, maybe 2 more people.
Two more people.
more people.
Yeah, because that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we also want to shout out our crew at WCT, Ed
Yes.
and Mark, and Zion's not here today, but we can shout him out anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Linda Ireland, who was last week's trivia contest winner. Congratulations to you.
Carol Taylor, Stanford Conway, thanks for your support. Amy Cass, Daniel Zilk, thanks for keeping up with us.
Yes. Kelly Conrad, congratulations on your award, Employee of the Year. So
Yeah.
your employers recognize how awesome you are, just as we do. Congratulations.
Wonderful. Mary Wilder, awesome ugly sweater and cookie exchange. That's
Yes.
funny.
Yes, she had a great ugly sweater and cookie exchange party last week. Thank you so much, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Jane Lopez in Davenport, William Burt, owner of Cut King's Mobile Barber Shop. That's really cool.
Yes, we definitely have to shout him out. He is working to get the regulations or laws changed concerning him having a mobile barbershop. He really gets the opportunity to serve the underserved people by being mobile in that way. And so we definitely want to let you know, for those of you who know him as K. Burt, you have our support.
Yeah, so he takes his stuff and he goes to where you are.
He has got a
Shop in his
van.
van?
Yes.
So he
A
just
truck.
sets up kind of like a food trailer, only like for haircuts? Or?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Innovative.
Yes.
Awesome.
There you
Up in
go.
Waterloo. We support
Yes.
that. That's good.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
So, okay, we gotta, yes, Simone Biles, first American to win award in
every category that she competed in.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
Incredible.
Yep. Not the first woman, not
the
the
first
first
ever.
African American, the first American. Period.
Wow.
Miss Simone Biles. Shout out
Way
to
to
you.
go.
And final shout out to the students of the month, Kaylin Garrison of Expo, Anna E. Gonzalez of East, and Furkan Ahmed of West. Congratulations again. And for the students who weren't able to come by last week and pick up their gift certificates, we will get them to you at your schools when school starts back.
Wonderful. We better get our guests on the
Yes,
show, right?
absolutely.
I skipped a
Absolutely.
part and we just rolled with it. But our first guest today is Miss Bev Smith. Would you please come and join us, my dear friend? Yay,
Yes.
Miss Bev Smith. come on and sit
Come
by
on,
me,
yes.
won't you please?
And we would also like to, at the same time, welcome Jessica Rucker. Please join us.
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
See you, both of you. So good to have both of you with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
You look
Yeah,
beautiful
for
as
having us
ever,
here.
even though Miss Bev and I are both dealing with some sinusy stuff.
Yes,
You couldn't
definitely.
tell by looking at you. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
How is it going? Tell us how retirement is going.
Retirement is amazing.
Yes.
I made a list of things I wanted to get done, and I'm working on them. The most important one is connecting with my grandchildren, all
Yeah.
5 of them.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful.
And that has
Good.
been very good. I still dabble in some work.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to present at the National Association of Multicultural Education Conference
Oh, okay.
in Memphis.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I had an opportunity to share some work that I had done while I was in the district, and it's continuing on to support minority educators. So
wonderful.
it's a program that is taking individuals who are serving our district as paraeducators
Uh-huh.
or in non-certified roles, and they have the opportunity to earn a degree so they can become teachers.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So, how many years has it been for you in the Waterloo School, or
Many.
in general?
Many,
Yeah.
many.
Yeah.
Around 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. As I thought back and I heard that you were going to be on the show, I vividly recalled, and your dad would die when he hears this, but when I was a teacher at Grant School at the Bridgeway Project,
Yeah.
and I decided for our musical, I think that's where Felicia gets some of this, I know, it just
Uh-huh.
occurred to me.
I'm sure.
We did The Wiz. And we did
Oh.
some scenes from The Wiz,
Yeah.
and your dad was the scarecrow.
What?
Whoa.
I had my dad.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, not Uncle Jeff.
I can't
And
wait.
to tell you, Dorothy was Crystal Matlock.
Really?
Yeah.
So, Dad, did he sing?
They just danced to the, and
Dance-
kind of
okay.
sang a little, did a little
I wanna-
singing and dancing. It
You
was
can't
music.
get out. Can't get out of the game. I can't. Dad is. We always tease that about how bad he sings, but so I can't wait to call him and
it
talk
was
about
pretty
that.
Good, pretty good.
Wonderful. Now, if you could, pardon me as I take over from you.
No, that's fine. I was waiting for you.
30 years.
Yes.
Tell me some highlights for you. Highlights in your many different capacities over these 30 years in Waterloo schools.
Highlights. I think overall 30 years, one of the things that I've always believed in any role that I've been in, is getting the people done through the work as opposed to getting the work done through the people.
Wow.
And so,
Write that
everything that I've attempted to do is to make us all better. We're all better people. We're all better educators.
Right.
I started my teaching career at the lab school in Cedar Falls.
Okay.
And I felt I had a purpose there because I was the only person of color there at the time, in the beginning, and then Dr. Kirkland Holmes joined us. And reaching out to those kids and families that were Waterloo kids that came to the lab school to be educated.
Sure.
And learning, I learned a lot there, which I utilized as I came back to work in the Bridgeway Project. I think another highlight was I left education for a few years to work for Deere and Company, and then I ended up directing Lily Ferguson Child Development Center.
Wow. Wow.
And that was a great opportunity. One of the things that we did while we were there, all of the staff earned a CDA.
Yeah.
We were able to work to hone our skills to be better at what we did for kids.
Right.
And I think that's
right.
always important. We better ourselves so we can give more to kids.
Right. I have another question in that same vein. What when we talk about part of what we're doing with our school is thinking about legacy, which is part of our name. If you could say in a nutshell, as you think about your time that you've poured into students and staff in the Waterloo schools, what would you hope is your legacy that you've left over those 30 years, or that people might remember about what you've done or what you tried to accomplish?
I would hope that children and teachers in general will value education more. And I hope I've modeled that through my pursuit of education over the years.
Yeah.
And I also hope that they all realize that that's the most important thing. You have to be a lifelong learner. You have to learn to be able to give back. You learn and then you give, and you learn and you give. So hopefully staff will walk away saying, yeah, she encouraged me to be better at what I do.
Right.
She supported me and promoted me based upon my interest and ability to display my skills.
Right.
I hope students will say she was a great principal, she was a great teacher, she was a great person who cared for me and made a difference in my life. And when I see adults, many adults, it's like, wow.
Awesome.
The other day it's been a few months, I was in my office. Actually, it was right before I retired. And a young man came into my office and he said, Miss Smith, hi. You don't remember me, do you? I said, hang on just a minute.
Right.
And I looked at him and he came. He has come back to town to practice law, and he was one of my kids.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was really encouraged and excited to see that.
yeah, that's awesome. And that really is a legacy, isn't
Yes.
it? The people that were influenced by your service growing up and doing something and then coming back and say, I mean, their lives, seem to be like the main legacy that,
I hope
however, what way you touch them and influence their lives.
And
that's
making
incredible.
it their point to connect with you and let you know. Yeah, that's a clear demonstration of the impact that you had.
Right.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we're so happy that you are here, and
Thank
I know
you.
that it's been sometimes it's a hump or a struggle trying to get to a place when you're so sought after or busy, and now that you're retired, we're happy to have you on the show.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because we tried a few times,
Yes.
but our schedules just didn't connect.
going
But
on.
very happy to have you here now.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Yes.
And we have Miss
Jessica.
Yes. How are you?
Good. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, it's so good to have you from Main Street, Waterloo.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, could you just briefly, Jessica, tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do at Main Street Waterloo?
Yeah, so my name is Jessica Rucker, and I was hired as the executive director in April.
Oh.
So I'm still pretty new at the job, but it's been a whirlwind, amazing, about, 8 months now?
So we have a 30-year veteran retiring from Waterloo Schools, and just in April starting out a venture.
Yes.
Wonderful. Good.
There's just so much going on in downtown Waterloo. As I found out about the position being open, I knew I wanted to be a part of everything that was happening. There's so much momentum, new businesses opening, new development, so much excitement around Waterloo in general and downtown Waterloo especially, that I was like, I just have to apply for this job and try to be a part of this. And I got the job, and it's just been go since. I mean, we've had 27 businesses open just since January 1st in downtown Waterloo.
That's incredible. I
Yeah.
saw some things like, tell me about the pop-ups.
Yeah,
What is
so
that?
during the holiday season, last year, we kind of took the Shop Small Saturday that American Express does and kind of put it on steroids.
Okay.
And said, you know what, downtown Waterloo isn't necessarily known for having a lot of retail because we're so spread out. It doesn't
Sure.
feel like there's a lot of stores down here.
Yeah.
And so last year, they came up with this idea to do Shop Small Saturday and invite some pop-ups, some people who possibly have a business that they're doing out of their home, or they just make some crafts as a hobby that would want to sell it during the holiday season. So we found some vacant spaces and put them in these vacant spaces so they could have a store. And it was such a hit last year. We actually won an award from Main Street, Iowa, for being the retail event of the year in Iowa with all the Main Street communities. So that was really cool.
That's awesome.
So we wanted to do that again this year. The good problem we had was we've had so much new business opening that we had a hard time finding locations for them.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it was a good problem to have, but we
Yeah.
did that again this year. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving through last Saturday, the Saturday before Christmas, we invited some vendors to come in and do their pop-up stores again.
Yeah.
This year we were really excited to add a winter farmers market. So there were 10 vendors in one space, kind of doing a winter farmers market with they had some fresh fruits and vegetables. They ended up bringing in a fresh meat truck, so they had a cold cooler out there, crafts and plants, and it was amazing. And then we had another 10 vendors. So we had about 20 vendors, pop-ups throughout the downtown, in addition to the retail that was existing already.
We talked a little earlier about how busy, just in general, how busy everything is when it's warm outside, but you said that momentum has carried over into the winter. What is it that you enjoy most about this busy schedule that you keep?
It's, there's constantly something new and different going on. I'm learning. I'm getting to meet so many people, too. The summer is full of events because we, Main Street Waterloo, hosts Friday Lou's. We host My Waterloo Days. We helped with the Mayor's Fireworks Celebration. There's and Barbecue Lou. There's several events throughout the summer that we are in charge of and we're hosting and act as fundraisers for our organization in order to be able to do other things within the downtown area. So that's just busy. And then now it's been getting to establish those relationships and talk to the business owners and, maybe try to recruit some new businesses to come down and work on the development of downtown, see what buildings can we do some restorations on, what buildings are just right there that just needs a little bit more work, and are the building owners willing to do that, and do I have somebody who would like to have a brick and mortar store and move into that location?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you a Waterloo native, or are you...
I Cedar Valley native.
Yeah.
I grew up in Cedar Falls.
Uh-huh.
And I went to Cedar Falls High School, and then I moved to Kansas City for several years.
Wow.
And I came back and I moved to Waterloo. And just seeing how much has changed in Waterloo just in that time I was gone. And then since I moved back in 2008, it's been absolutely amazing to see everything that's going on.
Good. Yeah, I know. For me, too, just growing up here and just seeing... there was like a lull for many years in downtown Waterloo where there wasn't seeming to be much happening at all. And then over time, it's just really picked up.
Yeah. There's so many things, and I guess I think about it in the summer, so many events that you look forward to. And Main Street Waterloo has everything to do with that push for those extra things that are going on. So
it's been exciting too, because not just with the events in the summer, we've been seeing an increase in the just people walking up and down the streets, visiting the restaurants and visiting the stores that are downtown. So it's, I picked an office that was right by the sidewalk so I could watch that.
Yeah.
And it's distracting.
Yeah.
But it's so exciting to see all of the people that are just out and enjoying downtown
Waterloo. My husband and I were going to Lincoln Perk Coffee just the other day, and we were saying the same thing, like, wow, look at everybody out here in Waterloo that's like downtown, like going, like you said, to the restaurants, and we got the Rocket Donut place that's making everybody's cholesterol go up because they put Fruity Pebbles on top of frosting on top of a fried donut, and it's
with some filling in the middle.
Filling in the middle. Like, come on, they're not even trying to be healthy, but it's so good. We get them, and we get them like every other Saturday. We go to Rocket Donuts. So
in moderation.
It's all good.
Isn't that one of your objectives of Main Street Waterloo, to have a more walkable downtown?
Walkable downtown. Also, just one of Mayor's initiatives is that healthy Waterloo.
Yeah.
So making sure that you can bike downtown and there's places for you to lock up your bike safely, for you to be able to walk downtown. With the renovations to the pedestrian bridge on 4th Street, it's really an easy, great walk to get from West 4th to East 4th and back.
Yeah.
And, when I first started, I was like, I'm going to have to bring a bike down, or I'm going to have to drive a little bit more. And I'm like, I'm walking that all the time and don't even realize how far I've gone. It's just, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. What you're doing is amazing as well. So thank you so much for all that you've been doing at Main Street Waterloo. And Bev Smith, thank you so much for all that you are doing now, what you have done. And that's about what we got to say today.
Pretty
right?
much. Yes. Are there any? Do we have any final comments from anyone?
Joyce Ann Wilder says, "Beautiful ladies."
Yes, thank you.
Travis Lee Ferguson
Yeah.
says, "What up, my peoples?"
What
Okay,
up,
Travis.
Trav? My brother.
All right.
Ms Rocki says, "What about me?"
What about you?
Hey.
Have to be here.
That's right.
week,
Oh,
it'll
boy.
be your
And
turn.
she
to
mentions
come
the Soul
back.
Town too.
Oh, thank you. Thanks,
As
Rocky.
we close,
Yes.
we want to say if you haven't gotten your subscription to
The Soul
Town, you got to get
Absolutely.
yours today. This is a number. Ooh, this is Bishop Brian Hill on the cover this month.
No, that's not this. It's from back in the summer, I think, but I just really like that particular cover. So, yes.
You have to get your subscription to see who's on the cover for this current issue. But the
Yes.
Soul Town, always good articles, great perspective, local happenings all throughout the Cedar Valley. So you'll definitely want to get your copy today.
Okay, and then just one more thing. I'm so glad that you pointed that out, Rocky, and that led to one more thing that we absolutely must do because we do it every single time, and that is say happy birthday to the people, excuse me, that are on our list. So
Yes, happy birthday.
yes.
Flip it over here.
Okay.
Oh, Sheila Walker, Benjamin Smith,
Yeah.
Tija Wilder, Tija Wilder. Hey,
Yes,
hey, hey.
Meta Hemingway Forbes, David Van Arsdale, Kathleen Simon Ingalls, and Michaela Lawrence.
Michaela Lawrence, Laura Rose Burt, Mike Madlock, Marsha Wade, Keisha Grubbs, Marvin Jenkins. Oh, Pastor Marvin
Pastor
Jenkins,
Marvin
a
Jenkins,
union.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we do the.
And we're going to do this real quick happy birthday song, and then we're going to sing our way out of here, but we always do the Stevie Wonder version. Yeah.
Yes.
And it goes.
Tell me I had to sing.
Don't worry, there are no singers. Well, maybe. I only speak for myself. No singers.
Felicia
Yeah,
ran.
Felicia ran
Yes,
away.
she's a real singer. Are you a singer? Is it right?
Oh,
A little?
wonderful.
Oh, I wonder where that came from.
Okay,
Maybe.
so
Okay.
we can hide. Those of us who are not quite so talented can hide behind
And
your
those of us
lovely
who have a
voice.
cold.
I know.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right.
Yay! Happy birthday to you. Enjoy
Yes.
your day. Now, whatever day that falls on this month,
Yes. And we have tried to pack so many things into this final Friday. I
Yes.
think we managed
I
to
think
do
we
it.
did a pretty good job. We're not too far over either, so it's
No,
really a
thank
success,
goodness.
I think.
There you go. And so, if all hearts and minds are clear,
Yes.
oh, we just want to say to everybody now, as we always do, keep doing what makes you awesome because it makes us all look good.
awesome.
All
Good.
right.
I always mess it up. Happy
Okay.
New Year.
Happy
God
New
bless.
Year.
Yes, from the North End Update.
That's
Happy
right.
New
See
Year.
you next time.
Yes.